What's going on, everybody? Rob A here, and today we're taking a look at the Transformers Masterpiece Movie Series number 12, Optimus Prime. I almost said Bumblebee because I was looking at the package and it said Bumblebee way bigger than it says Optimus Prime. But this is, of course, Optimus Prime from the Bumblebee movie, so there you go. So this is a brandy spanking new mold. I know it's been around for a little bit. Elsewhere in the world, other people have already picked this up, but I have finally found this guy available on Target.com, so I picked it up there, and I believe you can do the same. Looking at the box, it is very much just like a regular old MPM box. On the side, you can see the vehicle mode with the little cat ears sticking up in the back. And of course on here you can see it has an articulated head. That's cool, I guess. Articulated hands, chest plates, matrix of leadership, blaster storage, ion blaster. Includes figure, 2 accessories, and instructions. One of those accessories is the matrix of leadership, the other is the blaster, of course. My copy had the matrix just floating loose in the box, which I was not super pleased about, so I don't know what happened there, but yeah, well, there you go. Such is life. I know people have said that the matrix is super hard to remove from the chest, but I don't think that is the case with mine. It might be just a little loosey-goosey on my copy, and that might be why it kind of fell out of the chest. There wasn't anything binding it closed, so there you go. That is the packaging. There's not really anything else to say about that. Here is the vehicle mode for MPM-12. And you know what? The little ears are weird. You know, honestly. They are noticeable. They're a little less noticeable on camera than they are in person. They're actually more noticeable in person, which is kind of unfortunate, but I feel like there had to have been a way they could have gotten around it. Just adding another joint so you could just fold that flap down would have been an option, but I know that, you know, that would have been more engineering, more money, whatever, but at the same time you consider this a masterpiece class figure, you should really kind of be able to have those creative freedoms, you would think. You know, there shouldn't be like well, we have to keep it within X number of dollars, but I don't know. I'm not in on the board meetings for that kind of stuff, so I really don't know, guys. It could have been just one of those things that maybe they wanted to change it and they just couldn't for whatever reason. So that said, I think other than that, I think the truck mode looks fine. I mean, if honestly, what bothers me almost as much as this is the dirt they put on the side of the stripe here doesn't continue onto the side of the vehicle, so it just looks like, I don't know, it looks like it's a different color, and then it's just weird. These are nitpicks though. I mean, honestly, I don't usually display my figures in vehicle mode anyway, so it's not going to be that much of a deal for me. But it rolls just fine. No problems there. The wheels have a little bit of clearance. There's not a whole lot, but there is a little bit of clearance there. Let's see. A little clearance. That's the underside of the vehicle. There is a big gap here, but, you know, what are you going to do? But it feels nice and solid, nice and hefty. This vehicle mode is dead solid. There's nothing loose in there, so that's pretty cool. These are rubbery plastic or just straight up rubber for the pipes, and that's fine, whatever. Yeah, other than that, it's a decent looking vehicle, I think, with the exception of those the ears are kind of annoying, to be honest, but not the end of the world. Paintwork is good. I'll let you guys take a look at the paintwork itself. Again, the weird fade on the front only and not on the sides. Autobot logo. Some nice paintwork there. Got a little bit of brushing on the feet to make them look a little scraped up, which is okay. Doesn't really do that much for me. Just bare die cast on the side here. Not too keen on that, but it's not the worst thing in the world as long as it doesn't get like discolored or anything like that, you know. But yeah, other than that, pretty decent vehicle mode. You got some silver there. And he does come with an ion blaster that can, in fact, stick onto the vehicle mode. There are 2 slots back here. There's posts all over this gun, which is a little strange to me, honestly. So you can, I guess if you wanted to, maybe plug it on here with it. No, not really. Alright. Well, you can plug it back here, that's for sure. And it just sits there and does its thing. And you can roll around and do whatever. So, you got that going on. It's a nice tight fit. So, quick size comparison here. We have MPM-12. Here is MPM Bumblebee. And I think they look pretty good together. Nice job on these 2 vehicle modes. They look good. Yeah, not much else to say about that. Nice looking vehicles. Cat ears notwithstanding. But what is the offset here for the cat ears, you ask? Well, is the robot mode any good? Let's find out. Shall we? Let's find out together. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy transformed up into his robot mode. So first thing we want to do here is we're going to take these panels and we're just going to go ahead and flip these up just like this. Peg them onto the side. There is a tab here that is going to go right into this slot here. It's a very well hidden slot because it looks like a step. There you go. So there you go. You got that going on. Next we're going to take these panels back here, swing these up, and those are going to be the shoulders of the robot mode. Next thing we're going to do is come back here and detach this panel and just fold it down like that. Come up to the top of the vehicle, bring these panels back just like that, and they'll come all the way up eventually. They'll come all the way up eventually. It's fine. It's fine. I have no fingernails. That's the problem here. Then we can go ahead and separate the sides of the truck, and that will kind of let me get my thumb in there to get those out a little bit easier. So you can see what's going on here. We're basically untabbing everything. Next, we're going to come to the front of the truck and untab this whole section from the wheels. Just like that. And just like that. So there you go, you got that done. Now what we can do is pull these wheels out to the side. Tip this section forward until it loosens this piece here. Bring this piece down, and then fold this whole section down with that. And we can actually lock it in place as well. So you see there's a tab here, a slot here, and it's all just gonna soft lock into place like that. And that's basically, we've got stuff going fully underway here. So let's go ahead and take care of the legs so then we can work on the top half of the body without without any more problems. So we're gonna go ahead and take these. I don't know if they're missile pods or what they are supposed to be, but we're going to take these and just fold them back out of the way. Next, we're going to just go ahead and jiggle the legs apart like this. Take the feet, and we are going to flip them up just like this. Actually, we should have taken these down first. Well, yeah. Taking the wheels down first because there is technically a peg that pegs into the feet, and I kind of forgot about that. So just do the wheels first, bring these down, and then fold them out to the side, just like that. Now you got the feet going, you can bring them down, out, and down, like so. out and no, I had it right. There we go. Out and down like that. My goodness. Unpeg these panels from the knee pads here. Now that we have everything kind of exploded out, we're going to bring these blue panels back on both sides. We're going to take the die cast piece and just swing it down into the leg cavity. Then we're going to go ahead and bring the wheels up like this. There's going to be a tab here that's going to go into this kind of cavity here. So this is just going to come down here and kind of lock all that in place. This panel is going to come down and tab onto the shin, just like that. And then this piece will come around to the front. You can bring this bumper panel onto the side and then push it just like that. Do the same thing over on this side. We're going to bring this piece down, fill in that cavity, bring the wheels up, bring this down to lock it all together, put this down, swing this around, tab it in. Then we're going to bring this onto the side, and then that clips together just like that. So there we have Prime's legs all done. Easy peasy. So this whole shenanigans up here, we got this going on. So basically what we want to do is separate the arms, which is just basically the whole half of the body. Bring this all out and just kind of get it out of the way so we have clearance to work on the torso. There we go. Once that is all set, we can bring this out, and there's a piece in here we want to fold down. And what this allows us to do is rotate the top of the body 180, just like that. So now we're looking at Prime's back, basically. So what we want to do now is get these wheels and rotate them around. Forward and around and then up so that they fit underneath just like this. Alright, and then do the same on the other side. So then this curved piece, like it was, you know, on the underside of the truck, now it's going to be up under his, like his armpit, basically. So that's going to form the sides of the robot. Then we can come down here, bring this panel up and in, and there are going to be two slots here that are going to tab right into these pieces here. There we go. So let's tuck that in. And just tab. And tab. And that's all good to go. As you can see, it's pretty much done it already, but you can push the window panels back to the sides now, so it just forms his chest. We're going to come back around to the back here, give some clearance. This panel is going to come and fold up. This panel is going to fold up, just like that. And then we're going to swing the whole thing around to reveal Prime's head. And once that's good, we're going to flip this panel up and in, and there's going to be a slot here and the tab on the back of his head. It's just going to tab in, and there you have Prime's torso all set. Let's do these arms, shall we? Alright, so this is pretty easy. Just take these panels, fold them down, fold them down. This back panel here just folds down, pegs in, pegs in, fold up and over, peg in, just like that. So that's all set. Now we're gonna rotate the arms to the front, flip out the fists, and then flip this whole panel up. It's gonna tab in right on the back of the elbow. Do the same on this side. Rotate this around. Flip it, lock it into place. And then the last thing we want to do is rotate the smokestacks to face the back. Or don't, who cares, it's your toy, whatever. There we go. And I believe that is it. You have yourself one Optimus Prime all set. And I gotta say, this guy looks really, really nice in hand. I was honestly not going to pick this figure up. I was gonna wait until Transcraft, if they ever got their version finished, I was gonna wait until that came out, or look for another third-party option, or even wait and see if there was a decent KO of this figure before I picked up a Bumblebee Prime. Because honestly, like, through the pictures, I wasn't really digging on this guy. But when it came in stock at Target, it was a lot cheaper than I anticipated it was going to be. It was a lot cheaper than it was on all the other sites. So I was like, what the heck? I'll give it a shot. And I have to say, I'm very, very pleasantly surprised. He looks really, really good in hand. So let's go ahead and get a close-up look on this bad boy here. So first of all, the head sculpt. I like the head sculpt. If I had maybe any nitpicks about it, I don't like that his ear bits are made of like rubbery plastic. Just because the color doesn't quite match the rest of the head, and I'm worried about it being like getting warped over time. But overall, it looks good. The eyes, I think, could be a little more serious looking. He's got kind of sad eyes. But again, these are all like nitpicks. None of this is a deal breaker whatsoever. But he's got some really nice detailing on his shoulders, like, you know, on his just the top of his chest here. Nice dry brushing with the silver over the dark gunmetal plastic. He's got the nice paint all over the chest and everything, some weathering here and there, just to kind of give it a little bit of flavor. Nice work on his midsection. There could be a little more paint work in here, but it doesn't look bad at all. Onto the legs and crotch, there's nice blues. You got some silver in here. Again, you've got a silver wash over this kind of darker metal flake sort of silver. Down to the legs. Again, you've got the little bit of brushing on the feet here. Brushing on the side. Yeah, I just think it looks really a lot better in person than I was thinking. Onto his back. Back has nice, sufficient detail on it. There could be a little bit more paint here, but you know what? It really doesn't bother me that much at all. I think they really did a nice job with this figure overall. And of course, he's got some articulation here. The head can move as advertised. It really can't look up, which is kind of a bummer. You might be able to get it to, yeah, I mean, you can get him to look up if you just, you know, untab the backpack, but that kind of leaves his midsection a little wobbly. So just a heads up on that, I guess. And I've gone and ruined the whole thing apparently. What's going on here? There we go. peg back in. So the head can rotate freely. You know, it's blocked a little bit just by the shoulders. Well, not the shoulders, but the sides of his neck. He's got like a collar sort of a situation going on here, but you can rotate that around. Arms can go all the way around. They can go out to the side. This panel will move to get out of the way and facilitate that. He does have a very stiff bicep swivel. He does have a bit of a butterfly joint here as well. It just, again, is kind of hindered by the rest of his body. He's got a very, very nice elbow joint. You can get a lot out of that, and you can even bend it back if you want to be kind of weird. But he does have a very nice deep elbow bend on a nice chonky ratchet. Wrists can rotate. He's got a ball-jointed thumb and ball-jointed fingers. The forefinger is separate from the others, and they're in kind of a weird, like, crook pose. So you can't get a point out of this guy, but he can tap his finger, I guess, impatiently. I think it's to hold his weapon, but, you know, it's still kind of weird. Waist rather, rotates freely. Legs are on ratchets. It's got some hip skirts. You can get the leg out to there. Back to there. Weirdly, there's a stopping point. Okay. Out to the side on a nice ratchet here. The knees are swivel. He's got 90 degrees for the knee bend. He's got a nice deep ankle there, and the feet can rock a little bit back and forth as well. So yeah, very nice articulation. Very nice. He's got some cool accessories too. He comes with his ion blaster, which folds up as you saw to fit on the truck mode. Just unfold it, and there you go. It's fine looking. It's very impressively sized, and he can just hold this in his hand. Just peg it in like you would pretty much any other MP sort of figure. Now I will say his forearms, being as thick and large as they are, you can't really get a lot of wiggle room to maneuver this in his hand. Like, he just holds it kind of one way, and that's pretty much it. But he does look good holding it, for sure. So you got that option there. And of course, as we mentioned before, he does come with the Matrix of Leadership, which you can access by opening his chest. And you can see it right in there. And we'll see. After all that talk I gave about his Matrix being loose in here, now it's going to be impossible to get out because I'm on camera. Come on, man. What a jerk. I can feel it. There we go. There we go. So this is the Matrix. It is die cast, painted up nicely. See some blue goo in the middle there. I guess that's supposed to be the, I don't know, the sparks floating around, or I don't even know. Something. But he can indeed hold this in his little hand. Wrap his fingers right around it, and hold the Matrix however you wish. So pretty cool. And he can double up on it, I guess, because it shows it in the packaging. Let's see if we can pull one of these off here. I'll close his chest up. Alright, there we go. See, the only thing is that stinking his biceps are so tight. Yeah, he can get he can definitely get the old double-handed matrix situation going on. So cool. Very nice. Very nice. Now he can store his gun, I guess. So here's the weird thing about this. He does have gun storage on his robot mode. It's on his butt, like, which doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. So he's got this, you know, it's got this tab, and you can plug it right in there. You could fold it up, you know, so it's a little less noticeable, but it's still just on his butt. And that seems really bizarre to me, because he's got these slots right here, which could easily, if they just adjusted the size, because this is too big to fit in there. So they just adjusted the size a little bit to fit in there, or given it a peg so it could like fit right here in this hole in like dead center of his back, you know, just so he could hold it like this. That would have made a lot more sense to me. So that was a weird choice, but overall, again, just kind of nitpicky stuff. Really nothing egregious going on here. Just kind of like, what exactly were they thinking when they were designing everything here? Those kinds of questions. So let me get them into kind of a decent stance here, so I can do some comparisons. Even if it's just a comparison, I don't know what I have standing by, but let's see. So, here is Mr. Prime. And for comparison, let's bring in Transcraft Beetle. And, man oh man, these guys look real nice together. Super nice. It's just great. I'm really glad about it. So yeah, I mean, he scales, I think, quite nicely with Beetle here. And like I said, the paintwork is all really well done. And yeah, just a really nicely done figure. And I'm glad that I picked it up. I really am. Truly glad that I decided to just pull the trigger on this figure. So yeah, very exciting. I don't really have anything else to show them off with, unfortunately. So anyway, that's going to do it for this review. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and consider becoming a patron if you want to see my transformation of Optimus from robot to vehicle mode, because I know he comes packaged in robot mode. A lot of you guys want to see the robot to vehicle transformation. I'm going to put that on my Patreon page, but I'm going to make it free to everybody. So if you want to see it transformed that way, just check out my Patreon. The link will be below, so check it out there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you next time. Bye for now.